Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks to everybody, especially the learners of class 8, 9 and 10. I hope that you all are well by grace of Allah. Alhamdulillah, I am also fine by mercy of Allah. But we all are not well mentally because of COVID-19 coronavirus. Dear learners, today I am going to discuss with you about voice tense. Of course, you all are known to this term voice. You know that there are two types of voice, such as active voice and passive voice. Active voice, that means when subject is active in the sentence, when subject works actively in any sentence, then it is called active voice. Okay. Passive voice, that means when subject is passive, that means the direct object is active in the sentence. That means when the direct object works actively in the sentence, it is called passive voice. Okay. Dear learners, look at the whiteboard and see the examples of active and passive voice. Such as active voice, my sir called me. My sir called me. It is an example of active voice because in this sentence, subject, we know that it is a subject, it is a main verb, it is a object. In this sentence, subject, my sir, subject has worked actively. So in this sentence, subject is active. For this reason, it is an active voice. In the example of passive voice, we can see that I was called by sir. In this sentence, we can notice that object has been as a subject, because in the active voice, me was object, but in the passive voice, me already has taken a seat as a subject. So subjective form of me already has used in the passive voice. So I was called by my sir. In these examples of passive voice, my sir was subject in the active voice, but in the passive voice, my sir was object with preposition by. Okay. So we can say clearly that when subject is active or subject works actively in the sentence, then it is called active voice. And then when object is passive, object is active in the sentence, or subject is passive. Above all, when object works actively in in any sentence, then it is called passive voice. Okay, dear learners, let's discuss about how to change into passive voice. Okay, of course we have to know that how to change active into passive voice. Okay, at first we are going to discuss about assertive sentence. When active voice is assertive sentence, then how we will change this sentence into passive. Okay, at first we have to use main object. We have to use main object as a subject. Okay, at first we have to use main object as a subject of passive voice. Main object of active voice is used as a subject of passive voice. Dear learners, and then auxiliary verb used according to tense. Auxiliary verb used according to tense. Auxiliary verb, that means when present indefinite tense as changing into passive, we have to use auxiliary verb am, is, or are. Okay, past continuous tense, past indefinite tense was, were. Future indefinite tense shall be, will be. Auxiliary verb is used in the continuous sentences am being, is being, are being. Present continuous tense, past continuous tense was be being, were be being. Okay, future continuous tense shall be being, will be being. Present perfect tense have been, has been. Past perfect tense had been. Future perfect tense shall have been, will have been. Okay, dear learners, at first we have to use main object of passive voice, main object of active voice. We have to use as a subject of passive voice, and then we have to use auxiliary verb according to tense. Okay, and then always used past participle form of main verb. Always use past participle form of main verb. Okay, such as example active with it rice. At first, main object of active voice, we have to use this as a subject of passive voice. So, okay, main object already we have used as a subject of passive voice. And then auxiliary verb according to tense. That means in present indefinite tense, auxiliary verb am, is, are. Okay, so it is a present indefinite tense, so it tries. For this reason, in this situation, we can use rise is. Okay, rise is. In the third number of rules, always used PP from of main verb. So the PP from of this verb, we know that eaten, eat at, eaten, and then have to use preposition by, with, at, to. Maximum time we can use by, and others prepositions if it is needed, when we will use this. Okay, rice is eaten by. Okay, last one, subject has to use as object. We can see that subject of active voice we, in the passive voice, this subject will be used as object. So the objective from of we, us. Okay, in this way we can change active into passive. Dear learners, look at the whiteboard. Already I have written on the board the uses of auxiliary verb. When we go to change into passive voice, at first we have to use the object of active voice as a subject of passive voice, and then you have to use auxiliary verb. So auxiliary verb will be used according to tense. For this reason, I have showed you the rules of using auxiliary verb in the passive voice. When active voice is indefinite tense, in this situation, in the passive voice, we have to use present indefinite tense. In the present indefinite tense, am or is or are. Okay, when active voice is past indefinite tense, then we have to use in the passive voice as auxiliary verb was or were. When active voice is future indefinite tense, then we will use shall be or will be as auxiliary verb. Okay. When active voice is present continuous tense, then we have to use am or is or are being. That means am being, is being, are being according to subject. Okay. When active voice is past continuous tense, then we have to use as per